Ah shit, what's up? It's your boy D Change coming at you with another Daily Dave. This is for Friday, March 27th, 2020, but I'm recording this 3 hours late at 3 in the morning cuz I just got off a video chat with some close friends. Yeah, that was fun. It's good to not really escape from the situation because we talked a lot about it, but it's good to, talk to friends and stuff like that again. So, Um, not a whole lot to say today because just, the situation's escalating for COVID-19 and, we're going to do our part. We're going to work together, keep our communities and our families safe, listen to podcasts, do work from home, um, and all that good stuff. I took a walk today and this is the second day in the row, second day in a row doing a walk, and it was nice. Saw some people and kind of like nodded to them, waved to them, kept the 6 feet of distance from each other. Like whenever I see people on the sidewalk, I'll just like walk down in the street and walk away, or like I'll cross the street or something. I don't really care. I don't know. I was telling my friends that like I think I got used to kind of doing that when living in Japan, where it's like I was super conscious about the space I took up. So, and not saying like I have the, that I really have that self-esteem issue of like, oh, I take up space, it's so bad. I mean, I'm working on that, but in general, yeah, it's not. It was just I don't like being in the way, so to speak, or I don't like to bump into people and stuff like that. So I got used to the game of like navigating around people, and I find myself doing that in grocery stores a lot. I'm just like, oh no, I just want to give me the distance, you know. So yeah, I went out to pick up food and stuff like that too today, just to make sure we got the goods. Had some gift cards to spend and some groceries were needed for the coming week. But I did, I guess, one, because it's so late and just want to make this a quick one. One quick thing I wanted to leave you with was this thread I saw on Twitter, and I have it saved on Thread Reader, the Thread Reader app, or I have it bookmarked. But this is a cool tool, by the way, Thread Reader. If you use Twitter a lot and you like see a lot of people tweeting a bunch of tweets in a row, like I think if I go to, oh, this is the tweeted out, right? Oh no, this goes to the actual. Okay, yeah. If I click on the little tweet icon, you can see the actual thread that he made. But yeah, Thread Reader is cool because you if you go to it, you can punch in the URL of a tweet and it'll find the thread itself. So he's a guy who was quarantined or locked down in Beijing before. And he's like, so you're going crazy under lockdown? I know the feeling. I've been in Beijing for the last 2 months. Housemate is away and thousands of miles away from family. So he gives some tips on how to, I guess, live the lockdown life better. And, one thing is, no, things will get better. First few weeks felt pretty oppressive, but now I'm kind of used to it. I mean, that's the case with anything, right? Take away my rights, I'm gonna enjoy not having rights eventually. I'm just kidding. I don't see it that way. I can see how you can interpret it that way, but I definitely feel like we need to be taking drastic measures to ensure the health and safety of our our communities, our cities, our country. So have a routine, fill it with stuff that makes you feel good. So yeah, like, don't, no need to kick yourself over not being able to do certain things. It's just you do you. I like to watch people play video games. I haven't been playing games lately. I know there's some I need to like kind of get on board with, but watch a drama, pick up some TV shows, do some reading, do some self-improvement, exercise in the house. Be careful with technology. This was interesting. Oh my gosh, sorry. Seeing pictures of and doing video calls with loved ones has made this whole experience much easier to deal with. Don't underestimate the difference between hearing someone say they're doing okay and seeing it with your own eyes. On the other hand, my social media feeds are full of anxiety-inducing outrage and doom-mongering. I need social media for my work, but I've started logging out of Twitter when I'm done with my workday, and I'm limiting my time on Facebook. It helps. I think I need to start doing that. Every now and then I'll get distracted and I'm like in this Twitter storm and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at all the opinions. Appreciate little things, little changes that improve your life. So he said, in my part of Beijing, so few people have been on the streets that strangers now nod as they pass each other. Oh yeah, it's a small thing, but it's kind of beautiful, and it reminds me of the small town in England where I grew up. Don't hate yourself for not being constantly productive. Yeah, it's true. Like, now that your office is both, if you're working from home, your office is your home as well. We humans are, we use environments a lot to change our frame of thinking. So it's totally understandable if you think like, gotta be working all the time, but you really don't need to be. I think one method would be to like change your environment. So like if you work in one room, you might want to go to a different room or go outside to kind of just prime your mind for something different. Accept that you're stressed. Yeah, that's true. Like there's no point in us denying, our fear, our anxiety. Just let it pass. That's part of meditation. Stoicism is that this is the test that you have to go through. Allow the thoughts to come in and then gently guide them out. And then exercise or something like that. Talking of stress, don't feel guilty that you're consumed with your own feelings when others have it harder, such as doctors, the elderly, socially isolated. Yeah, this is something I've been like thinking about lately, or for a while. Like it's, yes, if you're gonna talk about like an absolutist standpoint or like relatively certain people are always gonna have it worse than you, like yeah, it's good to have that objective frame, but at the same time, like, you should also be allowed to complain about your situation. Now I get it. There's like complaining just to complain, but then there's also like, man, like this didn't turn out the way I expected it to, or like I feel like there's an injustice and I can do something to like make it right. There's stuff like that, right? Like I get it, especially if you live in like the States, in a clean, safe area of the States, like you're doing better than a lot of the rest of the world. But at the same time, you know what? Sometimes just stuff happens and it's not so great. And it's funny because I was talking to my friends about how like sometimes you can just flip out over the smallest things and it's like, dude, just chill out. It's not a big deal. I think as long as you can realize that, and then you're fine. But yeah, stress is real. Your stress is real too, and unless you deal with it properly, you won't be able to support others. So yeah, it's about taking care of yourself and the people around you. You're gonna have off days when you just feel really crappy and sorry for yourself. Yeah, I felt like that when I was laid off, dude. Just at home, just going like, melting my mind. Write to people you don't contact often enough and ask how they're doing. Very much so. I was really touched when people did this for me. Others will appreciate it when you reach out. The social contact and sense of solidarity will probably make you feel good too. Yeah, actually, I had a few people reach out to me to ask me how I'm doing in the States. And, one of them was from Italy. And it's like they got it a lot harder. Or their family was in Italy. They were somewhere else. But they had it a lot worse in that sense. Now, we got to be number one, so it's worse for us maybe. But it is really touching to kind of like to get that. Or did I write to them for whatever. Doesn't matter. This is not a tit for tat. But I think it's a good thing to kind of reach out. And above all, be forgiving. We're all stressed. We all have different ways of coping, and we all experience moments when it's too much. If you or others don't live up to your usual standards, try to move on and get back to binge watching your favorite crappy shows. Ends. Oh, that's good. It's good. Yeah. Yeah, there's that saying where it's like, we don't... Oh, geez. What is it? I don't want to super mess it up. We don't rise to the occasion. We fall to the level of our training. Okay, what's the full saying? Quote by Archilochus. We don't rise to the level of our expectations. We fall to the level of our training. So what that is, and I think it's used in Stoicism quite a bit, but like your training matters in the sense that, like, you know, every day you've been doing certain things, practices to sculpt your expertise, so to speak, right? And so when the time comes, when it's a panic, when it's your time to shine, so to speak, when shit hits the fan, basically, you're not gonna be like, you can't expect yourself to be like performing at 100% all the time. But the training you do that keeps you at a certain practice, keeps your minimum, your floor at a certain point, that'll keep you afloat, so to speak. I can't. I think this is like a philosophical saying that I really want to get more into, maybe later. I am too tired for that right now. So, anyway, that was just kind of a tangent, and just a little neat little tweet I found, a tweet thread I found earlier today that I feel like is, you know, really relevant in this time. So that's cool. But yeah, it's the weekend. What are my plans? Maybe I will pick up a game or start streaming. Or maybe I'll just sleep. I've been really tired this week. Kind of sucks. So, quote unquote, catch up on sleep. And then, yeah, rinse and repeat. It feels kind of weird because I feel like I should have plans, or like, I consider myself quite an introvert, and I don't think I go out that much, but now that I think about it, you know, there are times where I'm like out and about all the time, just kind of wanting to socialize or do things, and then there are times where I'm just like exhausted. I just want to stay home. So I guess I just have to treat it as I'm just really exhausted and I need to stay at home for quite a while. So unless it's to run errands, so yeah, whatever. All right, so I'm rambling. I hope Japan is okay. One of my buddies was telling me he doesn't live in Tokyo. He said his governor was like, don't go to Tokyo. It's gonna be a mess. So friends in Tokyo, please stay safe, stay clean. And I guess now you gotta disperse and not gather in groups and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I hope you guys are all okay, and I hope everyone else who's experiencing this is also staying safe and healthy. Again, be kind, wash your hands, and take care of each other. Until the next time, my friends, I will see you later. Peace out.